Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
It's Friday.
Friday. You said it appropriately.
Friday.
Yeah.
There's no D.
That's true.
Just a Y.
Friday.
Friday. Hey, everybody. It's the Jason Show. I'm Kendall Mark, and this.
I'm Cody Matz. Hi. I'm in for Jason today. He's, of course, back on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He's enjoying some much-needed vacation time, and I believe
He's in Hawaii.
He's in Hawaii, and we have a picture.
We have a picture. So Jason's been going on runs, and he thinks that there's a rainbow that's chasing him through Hawaii. He also has been complaining a lot about like chickens and children.
Oh, so he's seen the chickens. So is he on Kauai? Do we know?
Yes.
What island? Okay.
Yes, I think so.
So chickens there, if you've never been, like run. I don't want to say rampant, but they're like,
a little bit.
It's like feral cats. Like you just see them kind of lurking everywhere.
Okay.
And I don't know where they came from. I don't know why the chickens are there. I don't know why it's a thing. But on that island specifically, it's the far western island.
They're like the squirrels of the island.
Kind of. And they're just everywhere. Like you walk into a parking lot and
Yeah.
there's just chickens everywhere.
What?
Yeah,
Are
isn't
they
that
like
weird?
friendly chickens?
Is there a non-friendly chicken?
Yes. Have you ever tried to take a chicken's egg? Okay.
No, I have not tried that. Apparently you have a story to tell us.
So my mother grew up on a farm.
Okay.
And she hates chickens. Like,
Okay.
she's okay, but when it's like, oh, do you want to see the petting zoo chicken?
Yeah.
She's like,
Nope.
Get the away from me. Like, no. Because
Okay.
they can be vicious
Well,
if you get by their babies.
Well, yeah, they're babies.
Well, I mean,
Just
they
like
pop
any
out
animal.
like 6 of them a day. It's like you can't be that attached to something that you just, like blowing your nose.
What?
It's just like, would you be attached to?
I feel like that's a little different.
Is it different?
Maybe a tad different. I feel like we're also diving down the rabbit hole to make another
Okay,
animal
fine.
reference.
Let's go to the hot dish.
Let's start the hot dish. I've always wanted to do this. Woo!
Your moment,
Yes,
Cody.
I like it. It's fun.
All right, it was quite a night last night for Conan O'Brien on his late night show.
Yeah, for the first time in his late night career, Conan's one and only guest canceled at the last minute, leaving him with a half-hour show to fill entirely. Watch this.
Usually this is the part of the show where I come out and say, man, we have an amazing program tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure what kind of program we have tonight. Tonight, we are supposed to be having Kumail Nanjiani on the show.
Yes.
Okay?
I just said his name.
You just said his name. Andy just told you, stick around. Tonight, Conan has Kumail Nanjiani.
Yes.
Then, literally, half an hour ago, we get a call, and he's fine, everything's fine. He's shooting Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And there was some kind of snafu in their shooting schedule.
And he's got to work.
And he has work to do, and he didn't get released. He's in Marina del Rey shooting a scene, and he can't get here. So let me recap. We're a show now that's changed our format, and we're now a show that has one guest a night. Now, for the 25-year run of our show, when we were an hour, we would just take the second guest and move them up, and they'd be the first guest, and no one would really be the wiser. But when you're a show that's based on just interviewing one guest, and that guest doesn't show up, you're really screwed.
Yes, you are. Yeah, Conan said that the only other time a guest actually canceled at the last minute was Liza Minnelli in the late 90s, but like he said, they had a second guest booked so he could kind of fill the time. That would be tough.
That would be so hard. Thank God he's such a good stand-up because he can fill in ways that I don't know about you. I would not be able to.
No,
I would just,
by
I'd be
yourself?
Like 30 seconds in. That's okay.
That's all I got. Okay,
all
nap
right.
time for the next 15 minutes.
Somebody come tap dance. I don't know.
Yeah, but even making fun of his schedule, making fun of himself, which I really appreciate people that can do. I mean, that was like 2.5 minutes right there that gone from his show.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I loved it. I couldn't
good.
do it. Mm-mm.
All right, well, to fill the show, Conan, of course, ended up interviewing his longtime assistant. She talked about actually working for him, which is, you could dive down the rabbit hole in that one, too. Take a look.
Now, we have a lot of misadventures together,
Yeah.
you know? How would you say it is working for me? And you can be honest. We have a fun chemistry.
Don't look at me.
Is it?
Would you say fun?
Yeah.
Or would you say dysfunctional? But there are times when I want to like poison your food, or where I really think about ways to kill you slowly.
I'm kind of a crazy person. I think we can say that.
Yeah, I could picture all of that.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
bet every producer of any show, and I'm including all of the shows we have on this channel, may have one time or another thought similar things.
Mute button for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
If we ever have to fill on this show, floor director Evan.
It's just going to come in and he's going to sing and dance.
Up.
Yeah, he's going to sing and dance. Because little do people know he's got a theater background.
Does have a theater background.
Yeah, so he's behind the scenes here, but you guys just wait. If Cody just falls over,
special guest
coming.
All right, next in the dish, big news for fans of Ed Sheeran. Overnight, the singer released his new album called Number 6 Collaborations Project. Okay, so it features some huge names. We already knew about Sheeran and Justin Bieber's song I Don't Care, but the album also features songs with Bruno Mars, 50 Cent. Is it 50 Cent or 50 Cent?
50 Cent.
Okay, there we go.
Please.
Clearly, I don't know things. And Cardi B and Camila Cabello, which is a fun name to say, by the way.
Camila Cabello.
That was good. Take a listen.
Flowers, diamonds, in a green field near Buenos Aires, until the sun's rising. We won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. You never lived till you rich.
So that's Ed and Camila singing South of the Border, which also features Cardi B. You can download or stream the album right now. I feel like anything that Ed Sheeran touches or even gets remotely near just explodes and somehow becomes gold.
Yeah, no.
I wish he'd show up at my house and just start touching like the bushes and the side of my house and be like,
start
hey, it's
bringing
gold!
This wheel. Who's that character that would spin the gold? I'm talking about the old folklore. Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin.
There you go. Well played. See,
music.
Floor director Evan.
He's got everything. He's got everything. No, I love him, and I love Camila Cabello, and I absolutely love Cardi B. I'm going to her concert in a few weeks. I have had my outfit picked out for months, y'all. You'll see it on Instagram.
Like? Oh, I was going to say.
No, I can't tell anyone.
Oh, why not?
Because it's a surprise. She might want me to come and hang out afterwards. Let's just say that.
But she won't know unless you give us a little taste.
She'll know.
Oh.
She'll know. She knows. All right, next up. We know TV reboots are really red hot right now. Getting the return of an animated classic from the 60s is one of these sort of reboots. Which one? Take a look.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of his story.
Oh my word, you heard it here, folks. The Flintstones is ready for another remake. It's actress Elizabeth Banks. She's working on the new version of the sitcom. This one is going to be like an adult animated series featuring, I know.
That's fun.
I know, like kind of Simpsons style, Family Guy. That's what I'm guessing. It'll be Fred, Wilma, Barney, the whole gang in Bedrock. No word on where the show will air. The Flintstones was, of course, first animated series. It was the first to air in primetime from 1960 to 1966.
And did you know it was also the first time we'd ever seen on television a man and a woman actually sleep in the same bed, like physically on TV. They always hinted at it, but that was like the first time we ever physically saw it happen because they'd get out of the bed in the morning together as opposed to separate.
And of course it was animated.
And it was animated.
We didn't actually see it in real life.
So it made strides. So I had to look up what we've seen so far. Have you seen any of the new live action remakes? There's Cinderella, Christopher Robin, Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo, The Jungle Book, Aladdin.
No. Yeah, I'm following. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to see Aladdin this weekend because I haven't seen that yet. Did you like The Jungle Book?
Yes, I loved The Jungle Book.
That was my favorite one.
I cried.
Well, duh.
The little wolf babies and
everyone cries.
So good.
If you don't cry at some of these like Disney movies, you don't have a soul.
You don't have a pulse or a soul.
There you go. All right, speaking of reboots, next in the dish, less than a month to go until the gang is back together in Beverly Hills 90210.
Now, a new teaser is out for the reimagining of the iconic Fox show. Just take a look.
Remember when we used to make out to the song? out of control, girl.
I love when we're all together.
90210 returns August 7th on Fox.
Back, y'all. As you can see, the cast is back in the Peach Pit for the reboot. All the cast members are back, except, of course, for Luke Perry. He died tragically earlier this year. Now, the new show features the stars playing sort of heightened versions of themselves. They're inspired by their real lives and relationships with each other. It's been 19 years since the show ended.
What does that mean, like heightened versions of themselves?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I just read it. I mean, nobody knows.
I know,
even,
but
even executive producer Jeff doesn't know.
That's what I don't understand is like it's the most convoluted preview ever, only because they tell you they're playing themselves but not really themselves.
Well, they
like,
make
what?
out and stuff. Did you watch the original 90210?
I watched briefly pieces of it.
Okay.
But that was clearly wasn't the demo.
Right. No,
I
was I watched the CW version.
Oh, yeah,
a little
okay.
bit, because I mean, I just was the wrong age group for the new one. And hey, there were some hot folks on that show. So I can see the attraction.
Attractive people.
I can see the attraction for people who watch the original 90210 for sure.
But we just have literally no idea what's going to happen.
No, we don't know what it means.
And
so
other than what you heard right there, where they're going to make out with each other.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Basically, but if you want to know, you can check it out August 7th right here on Fox.
I like it.
It's gonna be good. Lots more to come this Friday. So much more to come this Friday. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Woo!
Still to come on The Jason Show. Can you feel the love tonight? The soundtrack for the new Lion King is out. Hear Elton John's new song for the movie next. Plus, the power of protein. Adding protein to your diet is easier than you think. We're mixing up a trio of protein shakes that are healthy and delicious. And later, you know him from his years on TMZ TV. Comedian Brian McDaniel joins us in studio, and he may have a few surprises. It's Friday, and we're having some fun on The Jason Show. Stay with us.
You're celebrating just nonstop, right? Is that correct, or does that just seem that way?
Yeah. No,
that is actually very
correct.
correct.
That is correct.
Yes.
Is it more exhausting to play in the tournament or to celebrate winning the tournament after the tournament?
I think like during the tournament, it's more emotionally exhausting. After, we actually are like so sleep deprived. So like it's physically exhausting.
I'm gonna go after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go after.
The rigors that we're putting our bodies through. It's not good right now.
Megan.
I would imagine not. Our late night rewind is U.S. women's soccer stars, of course, Megan Rapinoe right there, and Alex Morgan on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night talking about the nonstop celebration after their World Cup victory. The women also talked about pushing for equal pay, saying that they should just bring Jimmy with them when they come to the bargaining table.
I like it. Do that.
Why not? Comedy is always helpful in every situation.
Agreed. And the difference, like, I don't remember the exact bonus amount, so I'm going to screw this up, but it's like, the men's team gets like $200,000 per like World Cup victory, and they get like $60,000.
Yeah,
like,
it's some like
happening?
crazy, astronomically different amount.
Yes.
That you're like, but they do the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Hey, 1 week until the new Lion King movie airs in theaters. Yes.
So excited. All the early reviews are praising the movie for its visual effects, saying it will change movie making forever. Director Jon Favreau talked about making the movie last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
At the premiere, you announced, you were on stage and you said, this whole movie is CGI except for one scene in the movie.
One shot.
One shot in the movie.
One shot. So every environment you see was completely generated by computers. Every performance was, keyframe animated, the same way that they did back in the time of Bambi, except with the computers using it for lighting and for rendering, it creates this beautiful photoreal naturalism. And the other interesting thing that makes it look live action is we took all of those digital files, brought them into VR, and created this multiplayer VR filmmaking game where all the crew put on headsets and they were able to walk around and look around the Pride Lands and watch the animated performances and set cameras inside VR. So it felt like we were making a live action film inside virtual reality.
Beyonce was at the premiere.
Oh my goodness! Did everyone follow that? If you didn't follow that, I actually followed most of that. If you didn't follow that, just picture the most unbelievable and unheard of way of making a movie ever. Like you're making a movie inside virtual reality,
Right.
and you're making a movie inside of that. So it's like a movie within a movie almost.
Yeah, but
And
like in an
you're
old
doing it
school
by-
way, in a new school way.
Right, you're doing it by keyframes as opposed to like drawing something on a piece of paper and then
Yeah.
turning the page to make it move. They're like drawing it on virtual reality
Mm-hmm.
one frame at a time. So it's like drawing it on, in video and then doing it again to make it move.
So just a ton of extra work.
It's just unbelievable. Now, obviously, it's called a live action remake, but it's fully animated. So I think they got to rename that a little bit. But
Yeah, apparently they didn't know how to explain it
Yeah.
to the layman's terms because that just took how long for us to just kind of
True.
explain it.
I did drone on about that, but I'd never heard that before.
I liked
so that's
it.
fascinating. Well, speaking of The Lion King, the soundtrack for the new movie came out yesterday, featuring new versions of all the classic songs, including Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Sing it, kid. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Now, obviously, with this, nothing will compare to the original. However, that in itself was really good. That's Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Timon and Pumbaa singing the song, of course, with the young Simba. Elton John and Tim Rice, who created the original music, worked with Beyonce to rework all of the new songs.
Oh my
It
word.
sounded really good.
I just right away, it just brings you back,
It
doesn't
does.
it? I don't know. I think of like my little picnic table my mom set up for me in our
Uh-huh.
porch. It was like one of those plastic Fisher Price things. And I would just sit there like bouncing on my little booty,
Uh-huh.
like, Hakuna Matata.
Lion King, I think, is one of the first movies I actually saw in theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So-
Well, it's going to be
aged
fantastic. We've got
myself.
more music too. Elton John said he also released a new song. It's called Never Too Late. Here's part of it.
It's never too late. Never too late to fight the fight. Never too late to keep the night. Never too late to win the day. Never too late to break away. Time has stopped to move too fast. But time is now my friend. I'm a long way from the start, but further from the end. Oh, it's never too late.
I'm digging it.
I am too.
Yeah,
That's
certain
good.
Elton John and Rice were nominated for 3 Oscars and won one for their music from the very first Lion King. And you can kind of see why. It was good. Now you can download and stream the entire album literally right now. So that's what you're going to do during the commercial break.
Yep. I got to pull out my phone.
Cody's literally thinking about it already.
I really kind of. Do we know how many songs are in the album?
No. It's
I
not
guess-
in the prompter.
guess
I don't know.
That's true. I guess we'll find out. Well, after the break, we'll have
More dish.
More.
More of that hot dish.
Wait. I get to do the spoon. It's that.
been really excited
I
about
have
this.
been really excited.
Grab a cup of coffee. We'll be back. Yeah.
I could do this for a while. Keep going.
We're gonna
Keep
keep
going.
spooning.
Yes. There we go. Getting bigger.
Are you still spooning? The fake hot dish?
That I'm not sure you can get away with saying that a lot of times. There's-
Cody.
I can twirl the spoon.
Twirl
for
the
a while.
spoon,
There we
twirl
go.
the spoon. Cody Matz is in for Jason today.
Hello.
He's back on Monday.
He is.
Oh man, it's been stressful. I am dismissed
Sorry.
after this.
That's totally my fault. I'm stressing her out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
You want to know how good of a lead-in that is for our next piece?
Yes.
Okay, well, when you're stressed, sometimes you spend money. You make impulse
True.
purchases, right?
Guilty. Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
So, okay, if you were to guess who spends more money, like bigger buy impulse purchases, would you say men or women?
Bigger ones, like,
Yeah, like more
more
expensive.
expensive. Oh, men for sure.
Really? Well, Cody is right.
Oh.
It is men. All right, this new survey from CNBC and Acorns, whatever that is, finds 90% of us admitting to making impulse buys. And of those, a quarter of the guys say they spent more than $100 on their last impulse purchase.
Wow.
Yeah, that's higher than what most women spend. So the same survey found guys make more emotional purchases. Kind of
Really?
surprising. Yeah, women tend to be a little bit more practical. So like say a vacuum is on sale. She's like, I'm just gonna impulse buy this because I need a new vacuum.
Okay.
Where like I know Jordan, my husband would be like, oh, there's this really cool tree stand for $400. I'm just gonna get it because I need it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, do you need it?
I've done that. Costco is like the ultimate one for me. Like
You spend a lot of money at Costco?
Oh man, do I.
What is with Costco and the people in this building?
I don't know. I love Costco.
I hate that
I have tried
place.
for so long for me to be their spokesman, but they don't need advertising because they make enough as it is.
You want to be a Costco spokesperson?
It would be awesome.
The phones are literally ringing right now.
they're
Did
not.
you know that
No.
they're like, we really need Cody
No,
Matz.
they
We just need him.
have no idea who I am, and I'm okay
You're
with that.
okay with
But
that?
yeah, I'll impulse buys like, typically they only have stuff at Costco for like a 3-week period, and then it changes over. So.
I didn't know that, but
Well, there
okay.
you go. So
Okay.
I'll get like, my umbrella, my patio umbrella I haven't been too happy with. Oh, here's a $400 patio umbrella. Sure, it's on sale and it's cheaper.
Yeah,
and
no.
Gets me
I know
every
people
time.
who get really hardcore about Costco versus Sam's Club, but that's like a whole different segment.
Yeah, I could dive down. Well, we
Dive down that hole
rabbit
real
holes.
quick.
Lot
I'm more of a
rabbit holes
Target
this
girl
morning.
myself. It's very
Love
clean and
Target.
orderly, Minnesota made.
Absolutely,
you
and
know.
their remodel is awesome.
Yeah, okay. So by the way, another part of that study,
Mm-hmm.
they found that nearly 30% of people spend more than $200 a month on food and delivery, like takeout food and delivery. Sorry, not just food. But
Okay.
that's
I
not
was
that
like,
out.
that's
not
not
that
that
off.
much.
But yeah, takeout food.
You spend $200 a month on takeout?
30% of people. Yeah. I don't know if that really I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. It's not really my thing.
It's not my thing either. I may get takeout, once or twice a month?
Right, and it's maybe like $35. I get like pho. Have you ever had pho?
Oh,
Vietnamese
yeah, that
pho?
stuff's good.
So good. Okay, still to come. Oh no! Hey, Dax is here. Dax.
Hey, we got
Dax
Dax.
Holt. Hi, Dax.
Hello, how are you guys?
We're good.
So sorry that everything was a little bit of a mess there, but I know that we've got some info, the scoop about Millie Bobby Brown.
From Stranger Things.
So here's the thing. So we didn't get to chat last week because I was all over the place. But the thing is, I had these awesome photos of Millie Bobby Brown hanging out with Brad and Angie's kids. And I know it seems strange, obviously Millie Bobby Brown, super famous in her own right. But like, how do you get connected up with the Brangelina kids? And she was out doing some like mundane shopping. They went to Lisa Vanderpump's dog store here in Hollywood. They were out just like hanging out. And Millie, it seems to be very good friends with Sahara, which is the oldest daughter. And then Shiloh also tagged along for this little hangout. But it's kind of funny when you look at Millie. Yes, she's super famous, but she keeps getting in with all these even more famous families. I remember she was dating one of the Beckham kids as well. So she just kind of is that person that knows everyone these days.
Celebrities like all just know each other.
I feel like they do, where they like seek each other out because like, hey, we're on the same level. We both
Yeah.
get recognized everywhere. Let's just go hang out.
Let's just make friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, okay, so some celebrities that you spotted, I'm very, very interested and feel very invested in this because I love him.
Okay.
Shawn Mendes was spotted with Camila Cabello. Are they dating?
So that's the big question right now. Everyone's trying to figure out, are they dating, are they not? They just released this song, Senorita, and they've known each other for years and years and years and years.
Right.
A lot of people had been speculating over time that they were going to get together. They hadn't yet. Well, now this song comes out. She just breaks up with her boyfriend recently, and now we get video of them walking through the streets of LA, holding hands. The question for me is this really a good publicity thing where, you put two big superstars together, you make it look like they're dating, they sell a bunch more records, and then at the end of the day you go, okay, well, it didn't work out. But they made a lot of money in the time. I don't know. Listen, they've both respectively spoke about how the other person has kind of friend-zoned them in the past. There's a good chance, though, they might be together this time.
All right, then. I guess we'll have to keep our eyes on it. Dax Holt from Hollywood Pipeline. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, Dax.
Did you know that we actually had Shawn Mendes on the show on Fox 9 5 years ago this August? I actually got to meet him before he was like a thing.
Did you tell him I love him?
I did not, because I didn't know you yet, and I didn't know
Cody.
him either.
Oh, gosh.
But I've got that in my pie. I
Whatever.
met Shawn Mendes.
Whatever.
Still to come, one of Dak's former co-workers at TMZ is actually here in studio.
Yeah, that's right. Comedian Brian McDaniel is performing in Minneapolis this weekend, so he's joining us to talk about being a house husband, Minnesota, and much more.
First, though, easy ways to pack a protein punch. Yeah, local nutrition coach is here with 3 simple protein shakes you can make as a meal or a snack. Stay with us. The Jason Show's coming right back. Welcome back. We have food. I like food. All right, we all know about the power of protein when it comes to our health, of course.
Absolutely, and one easy way to get protein is through a protein shake. Here with 3 healthy and delicious recipes for protein shakes is nutrition coach, my friend, trainer Lindsay Ogden. Lindsay, thanks for coming back, being on the show. Okay, I really selfishly wanted to do this segment because I really like protein shakes.
Okay.
But more than anything, people that are watching that don't know, like, why is protein so important for your diet?
So protein's important, one, because it makes you feel fuller longer, so you're not as likely to reach for those things maybe you don't want to.
Wait,
but
potato
it helps.
chips don't do that for you?
Yeah. Well, now they have those protein potato chips. But anyways, that's a different story. But no, they fill you up. But then also protein helps you build and maintain lean muscle mass, especially as we age. We need to keep all the lean muscle mass that we have.
Yeah, no kidding. And obviously you can put just about anything you want in a protein shake, but the main ingredient other than protein in a protein shake, what are you looking for?
Yeah, so shakes, I think people forget, it's really easy to hide stuff in them. So like for kids that have a hard time eating vegetables, really easy to sneak some of this stuff in there as long as you have the good tasting stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Another thing is your healthy fats. So your avocados, your nut butters, really easy to sneak those in there, and also again gonna help you feel fuller longer versus just having a granola bar that's just carbs and not as much protein or healthy fats in it.
Carbs are so good.
They are, and we still have them. I mean, we have them in the
fair.
form of fruit, and it's fresh because it's from the farmer's market.
I love that you're arguing with me on this because this is good.
I always have an answer. Always have an
good.
answer. So I figured we could build a shake today for everyone to help. Yeah. So you guys are gonna help me.
Ooh, okay.
So Cody, if you want to grab the blender there.
Sure.
First things first. If you guys don't have an awesome blender, invest in one. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. If you're gonna go buy shakes elsewhere, just buy a nice blender and build it.
What's a nice blender? I mean, we're talking like a $20 blender, or are we talking like a $200 blender?
So top of the line, your blend texture Vitamixes, those are going to be around $400 to $600.
Oh wow, okay.
Your Ninjas, pretty good too. They're about $100. But they're going to last you longer, and they're going to blend things up better, so it's not as chunky. Because again, when you try to hide that stuff in there, you want that smooth consistency.
You don't want them noticing.
No.
There shouldn't be anything green in my shake.
Well, you can see the color over there. Sometimes they don't turn out the best, but they definitely taste good.
That's fair.
So I'll have you start here, Cody. So starting with a liquid base, always want to put that in first. So we're going to go to the 2-cup mark there. Options here, guys: unsweetened almond milk, coconut milk, regular milk. Coffee is an option. Water's an option.
Coffee.
Yes. So those are all base. You want to start with your liquid first, though.
That was a lot more than I was expecting.
Really?
I don't think I've ever put that much liquid in a shake.
Yeah. So when I build mine that fills up the blender cup, it's two cups of liquid.
Okay.
So I normally do half water, half almond milk. Yeah. Okay. Next, we do our protein. So you want to keep the powders on the bottom, because if you put them on the top, they're just going to at the top when you start the blender.
And then you get a face full of powder.
Yes. Yeah. So it doesn't blend as well. So a serving of this is actually 2 scoops. So I'm going to have you put 2 scoops of that into there. So whatever powders you're using, you want to do that next. So we have protein. Other powder options, there's greens. If you guys haven't had any of they're basically powdered greens, fruits and vegetables broken down. So you would put those next. So we can go ahead and put that in there too if you want. So this is just some powdered greens.
You do.
Yep,
You're
just
so
one
great,
scoop.
Cody.
Yeah.
I would really like
powdered greens. I never would have thought about that.
No, me neither. And you can get protein just about anywhere now. It used to be pretty hard, but they've got it at Target, Costco, online.
So the main thing you want to look for is just one, is the sweeteners in them. So try to stay away from like your sucralose, stick with more like your stevia, and again, just like on the last segment we had with the protein cookies, keep the ingredients minimal. We don't want a really long list of ingredients under that nutrition label.
And you have to be able to pronounce everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we've got about a minute, so we want to add all these things.
So we already weighed this stuff out. So essentially from here, it's play around with it. So we're gonna put our vegetables in there. We have some spinach. I already cut this up, so we have half a banana and a quarter of an avocado. So you can put that in in there. The avocado makes it really creamy. I'll have you guys sample one at the end here.
Okay.
And then from there, it's the fruits. So went to the farmer's market, got some fresh strawberries here.
Yeah, I love that you're including stuff that is in season right now.
Yeah. Yes, yep. And if you ever want to know what's in season, MinnesotaGrown.com. It has the months list out and what's in season. Yep. So obviously we're not going to blend here today because that'll be about 40 seconds of nothing. So we would blend this up, pour it out. This is what we got here.
This one right here?
We don't have the strawberries in it. It's just the banana. So you guys can cheers and taste that and let me know your thoughts. This is one of my favorites. I love it. So yummy.
Man, that's really good.
It doesn't look good, but it's really good.
What's this blue
And so
one?
this one's just vanilla protein and berries. So it's really simple. And it's also, you can see it's a little more liquidy. It's not as creamy because it doesn't have the avocado in it.
I feel like this would be more appealing for a kid because you're like, oh, it's blue.
I was gonna ask you that. Just real quick, we gotta go, but protein for kids, okay?
Yes, it's totally fine. Again, just want to watch out for some of those artificial sweeteners, but yeah, I encourage it. A way for your kids to get protein in, 100%.
Okay, love it. All right, nutrition coach Lizzie Ogden, thank you so much for being here. I of course love having you here. We're gonna post this segment on our Facebook page. Just search for The Jason Show TV and like us, and you'll be able to. She's gonna give us all the recipe ingredients and everything like that too.
I like it. All right, after the break, we're talking summer bucket lists, things you want to do before summer ends. Yeah, we're already talking the end of summer because, you know, the state fair, it's like 40 days away. Stick around, we'll be right there.
Casual Cody.
This is how I roll.
I like it.
This is a comfy couch. I like this.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, welcome back. It may seem hard to believe, but we're already, well, let me put a caveat to this. Almost halfway through summer break. So like halfway through summer in terms of when kids go back to school.
The weatherman knows, okay? So we decided to send our friend Shannon Paul, Miss Shannon, out to see what's left on people's summer bucket list. But the conversation took a little bit of a different turn. Watch this.
Okay, we always hear how much time flies, but definitely when it comes to Minnesota summers. I mean, can you believe it's halfway over? I have a lot of things that I didn't get done yet, and I wonder, am I the only one? I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? Do you have a lot of things left to do before summer's over?
Yeah, I mean, not really.
Spend more time outside with my family.
Okay.
That's probably the main things.
All right, here's a dude. Yeah, the mustache dude. We know that the summers around here are so short, so we are checking in with people to see if there's anything that you really, really still need to get accomplished before summer's over.
Not really, no.
We stopped you because we appreciated the mustache.
Well, I appreciate you appreciating it. Tell my wife that, too.
Okay. Oh, is she trying to get rid of it?
Yeah, she's not a big fan.
The recurring themes with wives, they never like the mustaches. I agree. When I was still a wife, I didn't like my husband's mustache either, so I guess that's just a wife thing. Like, you know, they told us to ask about summer bucket lists, but that got kind of boring, so I think we're just going to keep asking about mustaches for a while. May I ask you if you're married?
Yes, I am.
Oh, what does your wife think of your mustache?
I don't know.
I think it would be in fashion to have a mustache. No?
No. Are you a fan of mustaches?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, what about you?
She doesn't speak English.
Oh, fair enough.
Mustache?
Are you pro or con mustaches?
Con.
Con. Can you say boo mustaches?
Boo mustaches.
Yeah, see, put that on a t-shirt. Have you told them that?
The boys that? No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Well, you have to remember when you get older, no mustaches.
Is that okay?
Is that okay? Are you in favor or against mustaches?
Ooh, in favor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
My dad has one.
Oh, well, good for your dad. She's definitely in the minority. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how in favor of mustaches are you?
Above average.
Okay,
straight.
fair enough. All
Yeah.
right, that works.
4.
Really? Is there a particular thing in your history?
Every mustache.
Okay. So there's a caveat.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
just a smudge of dirt,
Ah.
then I'm not on
Yeah,
board.
I can agree with that. I can get with that.
I love mustaches.
Oh, okay.
And beard is new. Very becoming.
It's just you and me, girl. Just you.
Why are all your friends named Eric? Like 90% of your friends are named Eric. I think that's just weird. All my friends aren't named Shannon. He's not answering. Want to call him back again one more time? I'm sorry, we shouldn't answer the phone laughing. I have so many opinions on your mustache, other Eric. So many opinions. You need other friends, Eric. Raise your hand if you like mustaches. Do you like mustaches? You had to think about it. I agree with you. That's all right. I have to think about it too. Why did you get rid of your mustache? Oh, he said his girl didn't like it. That's the main answer. I get that answer a lot. For or against mustaches?
I'm very much against them.
Right.
I can't understand why anybody'd want one of those. You can wreck your life with one of these things.
Yeah.
You know what? My husband has a big old mustache, and so maybe that's why I don't really like him.
Fair enough. All right. Don't let your husband watch this.
No, I certainly won't.
I'm sorry, was that last mustache dude in a Speedo?
He was. Leave it to Miss Shannon and Eric to figure that out.
That took a turn I never thought possible.
Well, Cody and I are going to finish our delicious protein shakes. You stick around because still to come, get ready for laughs this Friday. Comedian Brian McDaniel is joining us ahead of his performances this weekend in Minneapolis. You might know him from his years on TMZ TV. Brian is going to take the hot seat. Be back on the couch with us coming up next.
Cheers again.
Cheers.
Woo, protein.
Welcome back to the Jason Show, everybody. Happy Friday! You might know our next guest from his really good Arms Up.
Yeah, that was good.
Or his 8 years on TMZ TV.
Yeah, that's a lot of episodes on TMZ. Now, Brian McDaniel is making people laugh across the country as a stand-up comedian. His latest comedy album, No Filler, is already a big hit on iTunes and Amazon. Brian is performing this weekend at the Comedy Corner Underground in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the hot seat.
Yeah.
Oh.
We could have gotten you a protein shake, but we drank them all.
Well, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Man, I gotta hit the gym still today too.
We could have really helped you out with that.
Thanks a lot.
We should have. No, have you ever been to Minnesota before? I think I know this answer because I did a little research on you.
Yeah, I have been to Minnesota several times before. And I feel like people come into Minnesota and they just kind of pander about all the Minneapolis thing. They're like, oh, State Fair, right?
Right.
And then they just start prattling off like, oh, I love Caribou coffee, and I say oofta, and Lutefisk is the best. And
Does anybody
no one says that by that. That one, you got all the other ones.
Lutefisk, not so much.
Not so much.
All right.
I mean, I'll eat it, but.
Ew.
Was that an awkward silence?
It was.
After I said I'll eat it.
I wouldn't eat it.
But you don't. I've heard also that Harvey might have texted you that Minneapolis is terrible.
No, he doesn't text me that Minneapolis is terrible. But every time I'm coming to Minneapolis, we still text a good amount. We're friends, and every time I come here, he's like, "Oh, you're gonna throw your hat off?" Like the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Oh,
we didn't even get it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, how about update your reference from 40 years ago, Harv? But
I've literally lived here my entire life, and I did not get that.
Really?
You've seen the statue, though, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, because I've lived here forever.
Okay, fair enough.
But
have you seen the statue?
I actually haven't seen the statue.
See,
there's a statue?
Yes. So along Nicollet Mall in downtown Minneapolis, there's a statue.
Okay.
So it would be funny for you to take a picture and then text
Throw
it
a
to
hat.
Definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
You need to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
8 years at TMZ.
Yes.
I think I did some IMDb stalking, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I think 1,357 episodes.
That many. I'm still in recovery.
I mean, is it nice? Was it nice to move on? Nice to move into more of a comedy sketch, I guess?
Well, so I perform a lot on nights and weekends, but the main reason I left the show is to take care of my kids.
Okay.
Right? When my
Makes
wife and
sense.
I first got together, we had like a tiny little junky apartment in Hollywood, and she got a job, and I got a job, and she got a job, and she got a job, she got a job. She's doing very well, right? So at the point, she's like, why don't you just take care of the kids? Like, you don't have to go to TMZ every day, and you can just perform at night. And that's exactly what we did.
Nice.
Is this where the house husband
This
thing
is where the
comes
house
in?
husband thing comes in.
How is that?
Yeah.
I'm sure you love it.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wake up, I make oatmeal, I make coffee, we hang out, we have a good time.
Wait, you don't have cereal in the morning?
No. Oh, so you gotta have a hot breakfast.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm still like 12, so I eat cereal in the morning.
Well, I eat cereal for dinner if no one's around.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's
But
the
you-
easiest possible option.
It's
But
true.
when there's other people relying on me, I try and prepare decent meals.
Decent
sense.
meals.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
okay. So, I mean, I gotta ask, did you get started in comedy before TMZ, or was TMZ and then comedy sort of happened from there?
They intermingled. I was a writer for a long time, and then I was on camera at TMZ. And Lisa Lampanelli came on and guest hosted one time, and I was making fun of her. She was talking about iced tea and cocoa and how there was a cocoa branded car. And she was like, I want a Lisa Lampanelli branded car. And I said, you want a used Corolla? And so she was just dying laughing. And she's like, where are you performing? And I said, I'm not. And she said, you need to. And that was it. That week I started hitting the mic, and it's been 8 years since.
Where was your first spot?
My very first spot was at a sandwich shop. It was very glamorous.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was
What?
an open mic at a sandwich shop. And so
Do
and for like a year, I just did open mic because I was on
Okay.
TV and I could have gotten real spots, but I just felt like that wasn't fair. I needed to hone my craft a little bit before I started hitting improvs and performing.
Do you
in real
remember
venues.
exactly how many people were in that sandwich shop during that?
Maybe 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I figured you would like, for some reason, well, it's probably because for me that would be like an absolute nightmare, like worst nightmare in the history
Sweating.
of the world, sweating.
Yeah,
Right.
And I
A lot
would
of sweat.
literally see all of those people's faces in my nightmares.
Yeah, well, my wife was there, and I feel like it was kind of like a vetting thing. She was like, "Are you really going to do this?" And then I went and I did really well, and time passed on. I did my first real club show. She came to that one, and so whenever she's there, the pressu's on.
The
It's
pressure.
like,
Yeah.
is this existence feasible? Like,
Yeah,
are you
no.
actually doing something with this? So yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, I hear that you actually have a surprise
I do.
for the one sitting next to me.
I do. I have a
Me?
surprise for you,
Uh-huh.
Kendall. Yeah. So I was watching some of your guys' clips, and I
old.
noticed that one of the most popular clips you guys have was Jason got you some shoes from Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah?
Yeah, and she's sort of like, the star of Manhattan, the star of New York, and so I wanted to bring you some LA style.
What is going to come out
So,
of this bag?
So these are the hottest shoes in Los Angeles right now. I wanted you to be able to, just get some
I'm so nervous right now.
new hot fashion
Something's going to come out at
from
me.
the streets of
Oh my
Los
gosh.
Angeles.
You guys,
Yes.
look at this.
This is
Wait for it.
Nailed.
Wait for it.
Yes!
yes. Yes. That's right.
Oh my gosh, Eric, get up in here. Look at this.
Yeah,
they have
that's
little
right.
Things
Yeah,
on
they've
them.
got lots of flair on them. This
That
one
is
has
a lot of
the
flair.
LA.
Yeah,
Nice.
please walk
Los
me through
Angeles
the
on-
flare
Okay,
if you don't mind.
well, so there's Los Angeles because this is Los Angeles style. You can wear these inside relaxing, and then if there's an earthquake, boom, you can run. You're good. You're totally set.
Totally normal thing to think about. Yeah,
I got
okay.
you a football because we're in like Vikings territory.
territory,
and then,
yes.
some like state fair treats, some ice cream, hot dogs, that kind of thing.
How'd you know about the Little Mermaid?
I didn't know about the Little Mermaid.
How'd you know I want to be her? How did you know?
You know
He
what?
knew, he
I
knew.
knew.
okay.
I'm a savant. I know
Okay.
things about people. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I just thought it would be fun and silly.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh,
But,
there's a queen. There's an
yeah.
owl.
I wear Crocs too, just so you know. You're
So-
not alone.
What's this?
Oh, well, Sarah Jessica Parker signed the shoes to you, so I figured I gotta go ahead and sign these, right?
Oh my
Gotta make it
God.
official.
I love it.
With signature
is
B. McD,
incredible.
Brian McDaniel. That's right, forever immortalized.
You know what? These are just as good. They are, and they're probably 10 million times more comfortable.
Yeah,
than
I
those.
heard the other ones didn't even fit that well.
They didn't.
Yeah,
Don't
see?
worry, I'll put these on during the break.
And I expect you to wear those in the middle of January, outside
Cody.
in the snow.
I'll come to LA.
Yeah, that's right. Come to LA.
This is my
Come
invite.
visit.
I
This
got
is my
crickets.
invite.
Yes, you just
There you
got
go.
an invite.
There
Thank
go.
you. Brian McDaniel,
awesome.
thank you. So, thank you for
course.
my shoes.
Yeah, of course.
I get shoes. Hey. Okay, once again, folks, in case you are very interested, his new album is called No Filler. It's available right now. And
All right.
Yeah, nope, go.
Yeah,
I told you to go,
Oh,
and
okay.
then I took it from you.
Fair enough. And don't miss Brian performing, obviously, this weekend at the Comedy Corner Underground in the Seven Corners neighborhood of Minneapolis. He has one show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night. Go to comedycornerunderground.com for more information.
We'll be right back, folks. I love that neighborhood,
those
by the
shoes
way.
on.
Nice.
Seven Corners. It used to, no, really, it used to be like my hangout. Look at my new kicks, y'all.
You have shoes.
I got shoes. Look
They
at
look
them.
good. Hey, you can actually add to the swag on those things.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you just like put more stuff in the holes.
You put them in the holes.
Yeah, I could probably at some point cut the tag off, but I think that's like a thing with hats. People leave the tags on.
Well, because then it's like official, right? You
Yeah.
have, like
These
official
are
branded
official
stuff.
branded shoes, and they have to have tags.
Yeah, because why not?
Why not? Hey, welcome back to the Jason Show. Obviously, Jason is not here. He'll be back on Monday, though. Cody Matz filling in today with me. I had so much fun. Thank
I
you.
did too. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it. It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I get to watch you. Well, now I know the origin of the shoes. That's really all that matters.
That's really all that matters. And I told Brian, actually, I was like, I had a pair of pink Crocs growing up, and I grew out of them. They old or whatever, and I really did wear them all the time. So this is legit going to be the shoes that you see me just like hanging out in around here.
Well, I expect you to wear sport those in the middle of January when it's really cold.
For anyone who's watching that doesn't normally watch our Fox 9 morning news, Cody's really not into summer. He really likes the cold.
This time of year,
these cold cracks are coming from.
Yeah, that's true. This time of year, I spend like the cool days. So yesterday, mowing the lawn, and then on all the hot days, which is about every other day, I will just hole up in my basement, which is 8 degrees cooler than the rest of my house.
With his dog.
With my dog, and do literally nothing.
All right. Well, awesome. Hey guys, Cody's gonna have a great weekend, and we're gonna have a great show on Monday because Jason is back. He'll be sharing stories from his vacation in LA and Hawaii and a very memorable flight he had. Have a great weekend, everybody. We love you. Thank you so much for watching this week. We will see you on Monday.
Bye-bye. Bye. I love this way. The best part of these shoes is the